You want to get to 8 figures, you're going to have to establish a core group of customers that literally evangelize for you. It is necessary. Look at companies like Apple. You know, people who use Apple literally judge those who don't. I see an Android and I want to kick it. I don't even know why. It's a good phone. But you're not an Apple user, so you're an outsider. Tesla. Company's going bankrupt. Yet more and more people are buying cars. What is it about these companies? What is it about the tribes they create? Now, you might think that's a big corporate concept, but no, it applies to you as well. Why you? That's the theory here. That's what we keep repeating. Why you? You know, being an entrepreneur has to go a lot deeper than the strategies to make something work. You've got to manage your relationships, your marriage, your children, your health. You've got to do things different. You know, a couple months ago, I was starting to notice that my health, or lack thereof, was actually getting in my way because I wasn't taking good care of my health. So I realized it's actually impacting my ability to serve my community. It is getting in the way. And it was by staring at this logo and what it meant to me that I was able to finally start taking control of my health. Right? So being an entrepreneur goes a lot deeper. So there's a lot of things you have to address. Those are personal breakthroughs. Number 5, attracting scale. Now this is really, really interesting because there is always going to be a tipping point. I honestly forgot to put the chart in here of Lurn's growth, but I'll actually draw it for you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, because, well, literally this, okay? It looked like this. We were going 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 4 million, 7 million. I'm sorry, we had 6 million. And then Q3 of 2016, it just goes, it just took off. One of my other companies that we're building, literally 5 or 6 months ago, we made some changes. And it was going okay, but it was literally like this. We made a few changes, and it's going like this now. And we're about to break a deal for the company, which is going to make it go like this. Scale doesn't come. It's not one for one. It's not linear. Scale comes in an exponential format. And during that time, you have to rapidly evolve yourself if you're going to make it. The last time my company hit $10 million a year, I did not do that. And I fell apart, and I fell $1.7 million in debt. You know something that's crazy? Go look up all the top entrepreneur stories. Seriously, go to the richest men and women in the world and research their stories, and you will find a glaring moment where they lost it all. And yet they got it back. Here, it drives me, it's amazing, actually. I look at some entrepreneur stories who are like, I lost it all and then I got it all back. Then I lost it all and I got it all back. And I lost it all and I got it all back. And I'm like, damn, this guy's done it 4 times. Other people can't even do it once. What does he know or she know? I'll just leave the bad stuff out and take the good stuff in. But scaling requires, we talk about things like delegation, bringing the right people in. You know what I'm currently studying? I'm studying a mathematical, scientifically proven way of attracting team members that is called the culture index that statistically tells you how likely someone is to match a role in your company. That's scaling. Do you know how much work it took me to get there? Do you know how much coaching I've had to get there? But you got to grow alongside of your company. You want to hit 8 figures, it's not a joke. You don't just go to the Olympics. People are so proud of Michael Phelps. Do you even know what his day looks like? How many of you have ever heard of what his day looks like? Raise your hands. Okay, how many of you have never heard of what Michael Phelps' day looks like? Raise your hands. The man has to eat about 5,000 calories, I think just for breakfast. He wakes up, and you can Google this. Look for the pictures. If you think eating a stack of pancakes, bacon, a whole bowl of bacon, and a large pizza sounds like a wonderful thing to do, try it one time. I'm not. That's his breakfast. Goes out and swims for 3 hours, has an equally sized lunch. Goes and lifts weights for 2 hours, comes back, eats a snack, which is probably more than our daily available calories. Goes back out and swims for another 4 hours, comes in, does personal work, like mindset work, and by 8 or 9 goes to bed only to wake up the next morning at 5 or 6 to do it all over again. So when you're proud of Michael Phelps and you're jealous of the gold medals he's won, also be proud of the work he's put in. Also be proud of the hustle. That's scaling. Scaling comes not because, people say tipping point. Yes, there's a tipping point, but how great would a tipping point, like all of a sudden people start buying your product, the word gets out, you get this amazing interview on the Today Show, or you're on Shark Tank, and whew, sales go up. How long will that last if you're not right? Nothing's going to scale.